Hi there, my name is Bimbo and I welcome you to my book channel, Chapters and Chats. Chapters and Chats is your one-stop place for exploring the world of books. I am here to do two things. One is to inspire your reading culture, and then two, to uncover hidden gems and glean life-changing wisdom in pages and chapters of different books. Join me as I dive into captivating stories and analyzing thought-provoking series, and also unlocking life hacks that can transform your everyday life. So whether you're an avid reader or you're just starting your literary journey, I tell you something, I have something for everyone. I promise you that this channel is going to review books that will expose you to wisdom, life-changing wisdom. I want you to get comfortable, as we embark on this journey of discovery together. Chapters and Chats is more than just a book review channel. It's a community for readers who share their love for the written word. But if you also don't have love for the written word right now, I can tell you can develop it. So you know that saying that the people you become like the people you associate with. So when you associate with us here on Chapters and Chats, we will influence you in a positive way. So yes, Chapters and Chats, we're going to review books and we're also going to have chats, conversations with authors of different books, in the coming days. So that's a brief introduction of what we're going to be doing on Chapters and Chats. Um, so let me share a background story to say that this came as a result of my love for books. I love books, like I do. I love the books. I love the chapters and the pages. So I do, and I know that there are lots of people out there who do the same thing. Who love the written word, who love to read, who love to learn, acquire wisdom for daily living. So it's not just about reading, really, but it's about gleaning wisdom that you need for your day-to-day life. So like I said, background story. So growing up as a child, I used to see my big brother read a lot. So I know that my big brother is going to see this video. So shout out to Olajide Adebibe. He inspired me. You inspired me to read growing up, even though it was academic books then, because of course you got to pass the grades, So, but he inspired me. I remember I started my reading journey with reading novels, and then later on expanded to faith-based books, self-help books, books on health. Yes, I read books on health a lot, because I'm conscious about my health. Not that I have any health issues, but it's just good to watch, yourself. So yeah, I began to read, and I like to share that with the world, So that's why we're here. Okay, so let's get into the crux of today's first read on Chapters and Chats. Can you guess what we're reading today? Can you guess? Okay, now let me let the cat out of the bag. Okay, so on today's read is If I Could Just Tell You One Thing. If I could just tell you one thing. So should I tell you one thing? No, I think I'm going to tell you many things. I'm going to tell you many things. So, but this first read is called If I Could Just Tell You One Thing by Richard Reed. And I'll say that this book is a book of great minds. So what Richard Reed did was to collect, great minds and put them in a book and share with the world. How amazing and how great that is. So Richard Reed used to work with high profile men and women in the United States. One of them was the former US President Bill Clinton. And on his journey as he worked, um, he had conversations with these great men, remarkable men, and he didn't let those moments pass. So he decided to make very good use of it. That's why we have this book today. And what he did was, for every time he met any remarkable person, he would ask, what is one best advice you could give me? So he asked them one question, and the question was, what is the one best advice you could give me? And they were so generous to share from their life experience, giving what they've learned in life, giving their life experiences, and yes, what life has taught them. They shared. They were so generous, with their life experience. And so Richard Reeds went around all the people he met. He collected all the one best advice and he put it together here so that you and me can learn, from the wisdom that he has learned. And yes, today I'll be taking I'll just read a few of the things that he said, in this book that I think you would like. And I think you should practice that too. I did that. So let me give you background story. I was traveling somewhere and I met this very remarkable person, and I decided to be like Richard Reeds. I decided to engage this person and I asked him, given all that you have experienced in life, what is the one best advice you could give me? And I tell you what, he told me something remarkable. So maybe me too, I'll write the book someday and say if I could tell you one thing, if Bimbo could tell you one thing, you know so, and I'll share with you. But today we are reading what Richard Rees has put together. And before I read a few things that I have learned from this book, um Sir Richard Branson said, in this book, that if you're looking for inspiration or useful life lessons, he's recommending that you pick a copy of this book. And I agree with him. Like, I can't agree less. I can't agree less. So let's dive in and see a couple of things that Richard Reed said that you could learn from. So in his engagements with the former US President Bill Clinton, he asked him, what is the one thing you could tell me? And Bill Clinton told him one thing, and I'll share with you. This is what he said. He said one of the most important thing is to see people. The person who opens the door for you, the person who pours you coffee, acknowledge them and show them respect. Acknowledge them and show them respect. He said, I've come to believe that one of the most important things is to see people. That's it. So these words are straight from the former US President Bill Clinton. See people. See people wherever you go. All those people that you feel that they're not like you, they don't have the advantages that you do have, and you tend to not see them. The person that opens the door for you, your driver, your cook, your steward, the person who takes care of your house, janitors, in fact, people you meet anywhere, everywhere, that they are in a lower class compared to you. See them, address them by name. Don't see people of the lower class and you just address them like they're no human beings. I think that one of the most important human needs beyond food, clothing, and shelter is the need for human dignity. So treat human beings with dignity, treat them with respect, address them by their names. Don't just say, hey, you know, like, have regard for them. Everybody, even kids, even children, they want to be acknowledged, they want to be respected. Everybody has need for respect, and everybody has need for um for yeah, care, really. So see people. That's what Bill Clinton said. See people everywhere you go, wherever you go, wherever you find yourself. See people. Okay. All right. So I'll take another one. If I could tell you one thing, by Joanna Lumley. So she told Richard Reeds one thing, and the one thing she said was that the secret, darling, is to love everyone you meet. Almost like what Bill Clinton said. Love everyone you meet. From the moment you meet them, give everyone the benefit of doubt. I love this. Love everyone you meet. Like, that's it. Whoever you meet, wherever you meet them, just show love. Like, the world is filled with too many troubles for you to be adding troubles to other people. Just show love. Just show love. Wherever you go, whoever you meet, just show love. Show care, show concern, and be kind. I think that that's the crux of what she's saying. Just show love. Just be kind to people. You know, be kind to people. Just like Bill Clinton said, see people. Seeing people is also part of loving them and treating them with respect and care and understanding. So I'll take another one. There's just a lot um interesting things from in this book. So I'll take another one from Esther Perel. The quality of your life ultimately depends on the quality of your relationship. I couldn't agree less. Not on your achievements, not on how smart you are, not on how rich you are, but on the quality of your relationship. So what she's trying to say, prioritize the relationships that you have, which are basically a reflection of your sense of decency, your ability to think of others, your generosity. Ultimately, at the end of your life, if people commend you, they will say what a wonderful human being you were. And when they talk about the human being that you were, it won't be the fact that you had a big bank account. It really won't. It will be about how you treated people around you and how you made them feel. Yes, so there's this popular saying that people don't remember the things you say to them, they remember how you made them feel. So have that at the back of your mind when you're interacting with anyone that you meet, to be intentional about how you make them feel. People would definitely remember you for how you made them feel. If you made them feel good, if you made them feel wonderful, if you made them feel seen, they will remember you for good. So her emphasis here is on relationship. People won't remember, when you die, they won't remember, oh, the car you drove. They won't remember that, but they'll remember, how you treated them. They'll remember, they'll say, oh, this person was a wonderful person. This person was a great person. This was what this person did for me. This was what that person did for me. So emphasis again is people. Relationships are key. Relationships are great. Relationships are not what you do at your convenience. Relationships are, I think, they're the crux of life, really, because a person is about the people that you have. When you have people, then you have great wealth. When you have money, you don't really have anything, because there are situations and circumstances that you find yourself that your money can't bail you out, except the people that you know. Like how they say, it is who you know, really. So, but build relationships, invest in relationships, um spend time to build relationships. That's what Esther Perel said. The quality of your life ultimately depends on the quality of your relationships. If you don't take time to build something, you can't have it. If you didn't take time to water a plant that you've planted, it won't grow. So also with relationships, if you don't take time to build them, you won't have them. At your deathbed, we're not saying that, of course, everyone who, as you live life, of course, you should think about death, right? Like, ultimately, you're not going to live in this world like forever, so people at their deathbed, they're not asking you for their checkbook. They're not asking you, sorry, checkbook, I know it's outdated. They're not asking you for their balance in their account and all of that, but they would love to be surrounded with people. So if you don't build that relationship, you won't have anybody. So take time to build relationships, take time to build quality friendships, not just relationship where you have 10 friends that don't have quality. No, quality, like she said, depends on the quality of your relationship. Okay, so let's take another one, and then it will be um and then we'll wrap up for today and continue another time. Okay, so I'll take If I could tell you one thing, Annie Lennox said one thing, that there will be aha moments in life when a light might go on. When you think of yourself, I must do that, whatever it is. It is not because you say you should do it, but it's because you feel absolutely compelled to, and there will be something wrong with the world if you didn't. If you find that light, acknowledge it. Find other people who share the passion, cultivate it. Find that deeper purpose in your life. So, again, the crux of what she's saying is let your life have meaning. You know, don't just go through the motions of life. You wake up, you go to work, and you come back. No, find something to live for. Find something, that gives you life. When you find it, find other people too that share, and partner with them. Don't do life alone. Life was not meant for you to do alone on this earth. I'll take another one. If I could tell you one thing, so the real Ari Emanuel shared his best advice, and he said to Richard Reeves that my advice for success comes down to three things. One, be curious. Two, show up. And then three, stay in touch. You have to keep reading. I love this. You have to keep reading. You have to keep reading. You have to keep reading, listening, talking, thinking, finding out how people think, what they do, and chase down anything that seems interesting. So he has said three things really. Be curious, show up, and stay in touch. Be curious. Be curious. Okay, so this is still If I Could Tell You One Thing by Richard Reeves. In this, if I could tell you one thing, some of the world's most remarkable people share their most valuable pieces of wisdom, which I'm sharing with you. You can find this book at Roving Heights. You can order it. You can go there, and see other books that are available there. Okay, this book has so many advice from work to relationship to creativity, spirituality, survival. There are words in these pages that will comfort, motivate, and inspire you. So this is one book I would advise that anybody should pick. Yeah, it looks bulky, but there's a lot in the pages and the chapters, so if you can, find this book and read it. There's a lot to learn. People that you could never have met, people that, who knows, maybe you could never meet, but then they share their most valuable pieces of advice in this book. If I could tell you one thing, it's an amazing read. I've been reading it, and some of the wisdom that was shared in this book, I was like, awesome. Some of them I practice, some of them I'm learning to practice, and I'm putting them to work. You too can do the same. So I've shared a few things from this book. I'll share more in the next episode until we finish this book. Okay? All right. So I've come to the end of today's episode. I hope that the valuable pieces of advice I've shared from this book will really help you as you go about your day-to-day life. Remember, one of the things that Bill Clinton said: see people, see people, see people. As you go about all that you do, ensure that people feel seen by you. Okay? All right, until I come your way next time, I hope that you have an amazing week. Wherever you're listening from, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Until I see you next time. Bye.